Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I just want to say a huge congratulations to each and every single person that took time out of their day to step out and go to the Belly Mujinga protest. Guys, you don't understand how much that literally touched me. Like, oh my goodness, it was literally amazing. And without further ado, I'm literally just gonna get straight into the video. This needs to be a serious video, you get what I'm saying? We have seen so much horrendous things going on the internet lately, and it's mainly to do with black people. Like, let's not go left, right, let's not move crazy. It's mainly to do with black people. And as a Christian, to be honest, I'm disappointed. Like, I'm disappointed in the things that I've seen. I'm horrified. I even lack words to describe the pain that I feel when I see all of these things taking place. As a race, we've suffered so much oppression, we've suffered so much depression, we've been mistreated in every single way. This is not something I take lightly. I feel like I'm shouting, but this is not something that I take lightly. We've been subject to racism from literally the minute that you set foot in this world, the minute that you the minute that you are born, you're literally subject to racism. As a black individual, you are subject to racism. As a child, you are very naive. As a child, you let things slide. You only start to notice things in depth when you grow older and you face the realities of life. For countless amount of years, I would see stories and headlines on this black woman got fired from work because her hair was this, her hair was this, her hair was this. She wasn't dressed appropriately. She looks a certain type of way. I even saw a headline, I don't know if it was a couple years ago, but it was a while back, where a teacher, this is America, oh my days, America, oh my goodness, America. The teacher cut the student's hair because she felt that it was disruptive to the class. Like, how can you even do that? If that was my child, oh my days, God forgive me, I will fight. Like, I'm not even joking, I would fight. I would definitely fight. Like, how dare you put your hands on my child and cut their hair? Like, your hair is royalty. Do you get what I'm saying? That is part of your bloodline, but you're gonna go to school and your hair's just gonna be cut. And so I literally came here to support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm not gonna go two ways about it. I feel like racism, it needs to be eradicated. Like, the same way species become extinct, racism needs to become extinct. It needs to become extinct. We're gonna work. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop talking. We're not gonna stop protesting. We are not gonna stop speaking out, because we shouldn't be silenced and we cannot be silenced. As a race, as a people, we bring so much talent, we bring so much gifts, we bring so much knowledge into this world, and we are exploited most of the times for that, and that is unfair. And also, as a Christian, God who loves everyone, do you think he's happy about the way that his children are being treated? No, he's not. He's not. So yes, we have a right to stand up. We have a right to talk. We have a right to protest peacefully. I'm against violence. Like, I don't know about you, but I stand against violence. But you cannot condone someone's reaction without first knowing why they've reacted like that. And so those people who are being violent and whatever, bon. Like, I'm not saying it's correct, but they have their reasons. Do you get what I'm saying? So Black Lives Matter all the way. This shouldn't just happen now because George Floyd or Mark Duggan or Sandra Bland. There's so many people who have been killed, and I feel like George Floyd's death, it was like the final straw. His death was the icing on the cake, and that is in a negative way. It was really the icing on the cake for us, and we were like, no, we've had enough. we have had enough. We've had enough. And for over 400 years, black people have been oppressed. Black people have been mistreated. Black people have been put down. Black people have been treated unfairly. And a couple days ago, I was watching a video of a woman. She was speaking to an assembly of white people. And the question that she asked them was this. She asked them, if you are content with being treated the way a black person is treated in this day and age, stand up. Nobody stood up. Nobody stood up. So why is that? That means that they know that the way that we are treated is wrong. They know that the things that they do to us is wrong. They know that the way that they speak to us is wrong. We're not here to hate the race. We're not saying that every other life doesn't matter. No, we don't say that. But black lives do matter. Many a times it is black people who are victims on the news. You can even see the differences in headlines. They will be speaking about a white person who's murdered someone, and the headline will be a very basic headline that portrays them to be a very calm individual. However, a black person will be walking down the street and just literally be in the location where something has happened and they're labeled a thug was present or da 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 da. And that has got to stop. It has got to stop. It has got to stop. It has got to stop. As much as we want to take radical actions, as much as we want to protest and we want to speak out, I also believe that there is power in prayer. The Bible says that the battle that you are facing is not against flesh and blood, but it's against principalities. It's against evil demonic forces of darkness. It's against people in the highest of places that we are fighting against. So this is not just a physical battle. It is a spiritual battle as well. We need to wake up in prayer. Christians, rise up. Christians, rise up. Christians, rise up. Wake up. Wake up. Now is your time to wake up. Wake up in prayer. Praying for your family, yourselves, your community, everywhere that you are. This is the time for us to stand. This is the time for us to make a move. This is a time for us to exercise not only our Christianity, but exercise the fact that we are black and we deserve to be treated with respect. Okay? Okay. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. They always have mattered and they always will matter. To be honest, I'm very proud to be a black woman. I am extremely proud to be a black woman. Another thing I wanted to add in this video is, if you don't know about your black history, beloveds, ladies, gentlemen, young people, young sister, young brother, Coco, educate yourself. Educate yourself, because what you don't learn, somebody else will teach you how they want it to be taught. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, in 100 years time, they need to be writing about the protest for Belly Majinga that happened 3-4 days ago. That's what needs to be in the history books. But for now, people without, oh my days, guys, the Bible even says in Hosea 4 verse 6, it says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. If you don't have knowledge on this topic, how are you just going to fight back? With just meaningless words? No, you need to be educated. You need to know what we stand for. Know your rights. Oh my God, this is a big one. A lot of us black people, we don't know our rights, We just know the basic, know your rights in depth. You need to know your rights so that when certain things happen to you, or when you're stopped and searched by police for such and such reason, they can't just give you any random excuse and you go along with it. No, you need to know your rights, especially if you are also a minor. Let's educate ourselves and educate each other. If you see that somebody doesn't know, tell them. It's not a time for you to get angry. It's not a time for you to hate them. You don't know about your country. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a time. Jesus. It's not a time for us to be segregated. It's a time for us to come together. We need to be a collective community. But yeah, let's educate ourselves. If you don't know something, ask. Read about Martin Luther King. Read about Malcolm X. Read about Rosa Parks. Those are the bait ones that Nazope Sayo. You so got it in depth. And if you go in depth and read about specific Black history, oh my days, let me not even forget Israel. The children of Israel, for 430 years, they were slaves in Egypt. And when I look at this story, I was even saying this the other day. When I look at this story, it reminds me so much of what the Black people endure. It reminds me of what we endure. It's been more than 400 and whatever years that we've been enduring this kind of pain. You know, in America, the racism is so blatant, it's so in your face that you can't even ignore it. Whereas in the UK, yeah, the racism, they oh my days, like balambaki racism ba sezonango, like they really just, they made racism become so normal that like you even doubt if someone made a racist comment towards you, you even doubt if it's racist or not. Do you get what I'm saying? No. Plus jamais cette proverbe dans ma famille, as my pastor says. No longer this proverb in my family. No way. We're standing against racism. Like, we're standing against racism. We are standing against. So if we have to protest for 100 days, we're going to protest for 100 days. If we have to scream at the top of our lungs, we're going to scream at the top of our lungs. And I feel as though also racism is something that also needs to be addressed in the church. Yeah, this is as Christians as well, we're not exempt from being Black. Like, it doesn't mean because you're a Christian, you're not Black no more. What? I'm a Christian and I'm Black. Like, do you get what I'm saying? We're not exempt from racism. I also feel like things like this needs to be addressed in the church. Racism is also a sin. It's a sin. In the eyes of God, there is no greater sin. There is no lesser evil. Racism is a sin. If we don't address things like this in the church, it will continue. And also, we're going to start to ignore it and treat it as if it's something normal when really and truly it's not, and it never will be. Educate ourselves, our sisters, our brothers, the little ones, the older ones. We need to know and we need to stand up. Let's not get tired. Let's not just allow this to be a movement. Let's not just be Black Lives Matter 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and by the end of August it's all dead. No one cares no more. No, we need to keep this up forever until things start to change. Just the other day I saw that the Breonna Taylor case was reopened. And why was that? Because we were signing petitions, we were raising awareness. I've also seen that the Belly Majinga case has been reopened so that they can actually go into deep investigation. Why? Because we're signing the petition and we're doing things that need to be done. Also, I've seen that George Floyd's death, those murderers, those demons that possessed the body of the 2 individuals, I've seen that obviously their sentences were raised from 3rd-degree murder to 2nd-degree murder. To be honest, it should be 1st-degree murder. I'm not even gonna cap, but it should be 1st-degree murder. But yeah, things like that. We're making a change, guys. Don't be discouraged. Continue speaking out. Keep talking. Keep talking. My mom says it all the time. Keep talking, kaka. But yeah, keep talking. Don't give up. And literally, that's what I came to do. I came to shake the tables, guys. Just because we are Christian does not mean we are exempt from Black Lives Matter. God doesn't agree with racism. And if you do, you need to really check your Christianity. You do. Our toye our tepotok in the left, right, straight to the point. If you agree with the things that are going on, you really need to check yourself, check your morals, check your beliefs, and check that Christianity of yours. Because it's a lot. There's been times where it's been so difficult because the stereotypes, like as soon as you step out of your house, oh my goodness, they literally think you're a criminal. Like, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you the stories, the things that I've experienced. Everyone has experienced racism either one way or another. And honestly, it's time, man. It's time for us to actually just get up. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. God bless you. God keep you. In Jesus' name. Mwah.